I was talking with an enterprise architect and the topic of security came up, particularly in context of AI. That is a thorny topic. There are really three considerations here. First, if you think of AI as a horizontal layer across the enterprise, you fine tune it, you train it on your ERP data, your CRM data, or other things like that, then how do you ensure security? Particularly when you think about areas like role-based access control or RBAC. How do you bring RBAC when AI is sort of acting across the board? If I'm a sales user in Salesforce, should I be able to see data coming from a general ledger system? With technologies like data warehouses, this is less of a challenge because you still have some rigor around the SQL that is getting generated or used. You have a full layer that you've built, or a lot of vendors have built. With AI, the challenge is it's learning from all these sources and it's not going to spit out a query result, right? It is inferential. So it can still reveal information depending on how you ask for it. And it may still think that it is within the confines of a role-based access security. So RBAC is probably a fundamental challenge for this. The second part of this is if you don't have a horizontal AI layer, if your AI is application specific, even then you can run into this challenge because again, if your AI is inferential, if it is going to look at data that it has been trained on. So for example, I may have an AI that's trained on my knowledge articles, my product PDS, a lot of information that is not sensitive. That's great. It can come up with any inferences, but what it's telling me is content that is not highly sensitive. But the minute you change this equation and your AI has information that is highly sensitive, it becomes incredibly difficult to contain it, even if it is in context of a single application. So if you have Salesforce and you have AI integrated in it, how do you ensure that it's not going to tell me something that I was not supposed to know? I can control it inside Salesforce through position and role hierarchy and OWB and all of that. How do I apply similar things to AI? That's the second challenge when you look at application-specific technologies. The third part of this is that I see a world where there is a high probability that we will have a mishmash of AIs. So you will have AI models that have been trained by different vendors across different domains. I can work with anonymize, Bloomberg GPT, or if Epic and Azure come up with one for healthcare or others like things, right? Those will probably have a lot of information that has been fed to them, hopefully anonymized extremely well, so that they are not leaking out data. But really, when you think about it from an enterprise perspective, the heart of it is to build a security layer right inside your application and send the context on every call that you're making, if it is information that is worth your request. So if I'm asking AI to write me a follow-up email, I'm going to pull information out of Salesforce. I'm going to anonymize all the sensitive information. And then I send that data to AI. It can process it. It can compose a draft of a follow-up email, send it back. That is the kind of security layer we built with GPTfy. That is also the architecture that Salesforce has adopted with their trust layer. It's awfully hard to solve this problem sitting on the outside of a line of business tab and then try to do it. The way to solve it is really from inside the app, right at the point from where you want to send this information, and withhold back all sensitive data, anonymize it, send it out. The other part of this is you can also lock down prompts, which is what you do with GPT-5. So you can choose to not make it a free for all. There is only a specific set of prompts that someone can use because that's all they need to do the kind of work that they're doing with AI. By locking down prompts, you dramatically reduce the ability of somebody to sort of hack their way or ask AI things that it wasn't supposed to do. It's not a super strong mechanism, but it's definitely a lever that you can apply and should apply. The third part of this is the prompt design itself. You lock these prompts and then you've created prompts which are ensuring that safeguard. You are asking very specific things that cannot be misinterpreted. This is the part where prompt engineering will play an important role. At GPT-5, we do all of that. So you lock down the prompts that you're giving to users. You only give the ability to run custom prompts to certain users that have a level of access. You have superior administrative capabilities within Salesforce to ensure who gets to see what prompt, what object, what record type, all of that. And on top of it, you anonymize everything going out of Salesforce. And then, when it comes back, you reinject PI as appropriate. So that's how I think the whole ecosystem of AI in the enterprise is going to evolve, particularly when we talk about security. I'd be very curious to hear what you think and what did I miss. Thank you so much.